Arnold's response. The mother of all advice.
My mother was of Scottish heritage, and she gave me some sage advice that I've always tried to follow. Trust in God and be true to yourself. That covers a lot of territory, and I think.
So I'm listening to Why We Want You to Be Rich with Donald Trump, American president, and Robert Kiyosaki. But I had this audio for like, say, about 4 years, but it's still relevant today, guys. So what are you listening to every day that's making your mind expand like a balloon? But this is for the people that file 1099. I see a lot of people, it's crazy. I see a lot of people on Facebook and Instagram asking questions on, they have a 1099 and, they just started making money in their business. What should they do? Should they file it themselves? And, should they get a CPA, pay a CPA? Here's the thing, guys. People have professions, right? Plenty people have professions, right? Let me show you my TLC for life, right? This is my company, right? So people have professions, right? And people go to school to, craft their skills, right? And become a professional. Nobody is an expert in everything. Impossible, right? No one is an expert in everything, right? So for me, right, I don't know everything about taxes. I know more now about 1099 and filing with the IRS and having a LLC and all the other stuff. Now I know, right? Now I'm able to differentiate all of this stuff, right? But I'd rather pay someone that has the experience and knowledge to do my taxes for my 1099. I'm not trying to figure out what my taxes are, even though they're saying, that it's easier to do taxes now. I'd rather just go to the expert. I don't want to be thinking. I don't want to have questions and, can't get the questions answered. I'd rather just go to my CPA, file my 1099, let my husband file, his W-2 or 4, whatever it is, and that's it. All right, I pay my taxes and my husband gets a return back. That's it. That's how I've been doing it for the last 3 years, right? I've been doing it for the last 2 years. So this will be my 3rd year, this year. So guys, filing a 1099, right? All you got to do is get all your 1099s, wait for your companies to send all your 1099s, right? Here's the thing about being in business, guys. You also want to be able to give to charity, right? Because that's also going to offset some of your expenses too. Okay, so you also want to give to charity, maybe a church, maybe a charitable organization that, caters to, women and kids or men, single men, just a charity, right? Because the government sees that, as you are, adding to society by giving away some of your money. So you're not taxed. All right. See, this is the stuff Donald Trump talks about when he's talking about he's not paying taxes, right? You find the loopholes, right? You find the loopholes, right? And you don't have to pay taxes on certain money. So for me, right, I get all my 1099s together, add them all up, all right? Just add all of my 1099s up. And I say, okay, well, I made $100,000 last year, right? Out of that $100,000 in 1099, I get $100,000 in 1099s. Wow. Believe it or not, guys. I remember struggling to make $1,000 a month. I'm telling you, it's a blessing to be consistent. It's a blessing to apply the compound effect. It's a blessing to keep going when everybody else quit. I'm telling you. So I get all of them together, tally them up. Now what I do is I have a bank card with my business information. See, never do business in your name. Business 101. Never do business in your name unless your name is an LLC. You can turn your name into an LLC. You can turn your name into a sole proprietorship. You can turn, your name into, or get a name for your business, for S Corp or C Corp or whatever you want to do, right? But never operate business in your name. That's why when I teach people how to do Amazon, I make them get a business name, right? You don't want to keep playing small your whole life, guys. You don't want to operate business in your name, okay? That's why, how you think rich people, they can get Social Security and food stamps and Medicaid and all that? Because in their name, they're broke. But in their corporations, they have millions and millions and millions of dollars. So when you go apply for food stamps, you're not applying with your company. You're applying with your name. In your name, you ain't even got $2 in your bank account. I think I got like $100 in my personal bank account. Personal name bank account. Like, I'm broke. You know what I'm saying? But I have a company that has assets, right? So nevertheless, guys, this is like a tip for you, right? I add all that up, and I have my bank account. Every time I'm having a business expense, a marketing, expense, things that I need to wash my car, when I go out and buy clothes, when I travel, whatever, right? I'm using my card so it can all be recorded. So when tax time come, all I gotta do, guys, is just print out this, right? And then categorize it. Educational, personal grooming, marketing, and advertising, supplies, all, you list all of them things, and then each one of them has a figure, right? And then you add that whole figure up. So say if 70,000, say I made 100,000 and my expenses was 50,000 or 60,000 or even 40,000, right? Now out of that 40,000 expenses, I got 60 grand left over. Okay, 60 grand is left over. That's why you need to start a business, guys, because you can pay taxes. You literally can pay taxes on what you want to pay taxes on, all right? So I have 60,000 left over. So I'm supposed to pay tax on the 60,000. But if I gave to charity, okay, if I gave to charity, right, that knocks an extra, I think, 10 to 15% off in taxes. Okay, so say if I gave, another 10 grand in taxes, in donations to different charities, now I can write that off. Now my car is an expense, I can write that off, right? My office space that I use in my house, now I can write that off. So now instead of it being instead of it being 40,000 in business expenses, now I done made it go up to 70,000, and only I got to pay taxes on about 30 grand. And I can even get that lower. You got to, if you got a good CPA and understand business, you can even get that lower, right? You can get that lower to maybe 20 grand or even 10 grand. Shit, you got CPAs that can make you look like you lost. You can have a loss in your business, because the government do understand that there's a lot of business that start, a lot of business that don't make money. All right, so you can finagle it where your CPA can make it look like a loss where you don't pay no taxes, right? But see, for me, I make so much that I can't really, unless I'm doing real estate, right? Which, of course, I'm getting into that. I still got to pay taxes, but my husband, he gets a return. So just have all your taxes, all your 1099s, add it all up, then figure out what your business expenses is. Make sure you're giving to charity. Make sure you're giving to churches, stuff like that, so that now you can pay lower taxes. That's really what it boils down to. Okay? So I would hire a CPA. I would hire the expert. There's no way I'm going to sit there and try to figure out and crunch all those numbers. Let my CPA do it. I pay my CPA a couple of $100. Let them do it, right? And headache free for the year. Right? My husband gets his return. He's happy with what he got. I'm happy with what I had to pay. We're going with our life. Go make money. Go live our life, guys. So 1099, if you're getting a 1099, make sure you add everything up. You got your business account. Everything's coming out your business account. All you got to do is go to the bank or, go online and print out your business expenses, guys, and that's it. And give it to your CPA, and have your CPA. Make sure you're giving to charity too. Make sure you're giving away. Remember, guys, you got to give away money too. You know what I'm saying? That's a problem. A lot of people don't want to give away money. A lot of businesses can't give away money because they're not even making enough to even give away. So I know one thing. The more you earn, the more you learn, right? The more money, the more problems. I'm telling you that, okay? The more you earn, the more you're learning, and more money, more problems. Okay, guys? So remember that. So guys, if you haven't registered for my webinar, right, it's going to be February 9th. Join TanishaMarie.com if you're interested in creating your own economy, right? Creating your own 5 figures, 6 figures a year online from home. Go to joinTanishaMarie.com, guys, and register. It's going to be Thursday, February 9th at 9:30 p.m. Thursday, February 9th at 9:30 p.m. Make sure you register. Make sure you share it, my link, with people that you know that also want to create their own economy, that want to be able to make extra money from home. I'm going to show you guys how to get ahead of the game, guys. See you soon.